look who's finally up. Good morning, sunshine. And here I was worried you had died before we even started. Good to see I was wrong. Would have been a shame otherwise. Who am I? What, you're telling me you don't recognize me? Of course you don't. Why should you recognize the person whose life you ruined? Well, let's see if this rings a bell. My name is Dana. Dana Fear. I'm a nurse at Hartfield Hospital. I work in the children's ward. Ringing any bells? No, of course not. Let's see if this helps. 2 killed in a freak accident on Terrace Street. Surviving member of the family, one Dana Fear, nurse at Hartfield Hospital, left to grieve the loss of her beloved and her child. There's the look on that face I was hoping for. Do you recognize me now? Yes. You remember that night, don't you? I think it was, 2 years ago? You broke into my house when I wasn't home. I was working the late shift at the hospital. So I was safe while you broke into my house. Unfortunately, the same couldn't be said for my lover and our child who were there, who were woken up when you broke into the house, whose lives you snuffed out that night when they caught you pilfering around for God knows what. I mean, it's not like we had anything of value for you. I know you. You're that CEO's kid, right? The multi-millionaire or whatever. God, I don't really keep up with the news, so fuck all if I know who your father is. But I know you. It's coming from such a wealthy background, practically rolling in money. Yet you chose to break into my house. You chose to end the life of the people closest to me. You ended the life of my family. And for what? A cheap fucking thrill? You didn't really have to worry, did you? 'Cause Daddy's money would bail you out of anything that happened, right? And it did. Wasn't even a fucking trial. So what did he do? Buy off the police? The fucking judges? The entire court system? Hell if I know. All I know was somebody else was thrown under the bus where you should have been. And it was all swept under the rug. Because my family and I, compared to you, we're nobodies, right? Cares if the peasants die? God forbid that there's a tarnish on the people in magazines and blah, 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 blah. Sorry about that. Just wanted to make sure I still had your attention. But yes, Daddy's money did save you from that, huh? Bought off everybody who could have done something to you and made it all go away. Except he couldn't buy off my neighbor. Oh, yes. Sweet little old lady Jenkins who lives next door. She told me everything that happened. She saw you. She was too afraid to try and do anything herself because of how powerful your family is, and that's understandable. I don't really blame her. She still has a family. she still has people who love her and who she has to take care of. Me, on the other hand, I don't have anyone. Not anymore. Because you took them away. And I didn't even get any justice. Until today. It took 2 fucking years for me to figure out how to get you here. How to take you away from your comfy little home. How to make sure that your daddy couldn't find you. Or maybe he will by the end of this. Who knows? Depends on how I feel. Now, as for why you're here, well, if you take a look around you, you'll notice some medical equipment. And that's going to play a very big part into why you're here. You see, I used to believe that I was a very forgiving person. People would sometimes disrespect me, be rude to me. I mean, I came from a household that was very abusive. And so I eventually learned how to stuff my feelings down, as it were. How to deal with things like that. Not in the healthiest ways, mind you, but I coped. I dealt with things. Always very forgiving, because holding grudges just, it wasn't for me. Or so I thought. And then you came and you took my family away. They were my shining light in this dark and dreary world. They were genuinely the only thing I ever really cared about. The only people I ever really loved. It was always my hope to be able to have a little family to call my own, and when I met them, it seemed to be a match made in heaven, and we decided to raise a family together, and it was all going so well until you came and you took them away. But right. Getting back on topic, sorry, it's hard to focus my thoughts these days because oh, the blinding rage can really do that to you sometimes. But yes, no. See, the reason why you're here, the reason for the equipment around you, is that I'm going to torture you. I never got any justice for what you did, so I'm taking it into my own hands. I am going to make every single day you're here a living fucking hell. I am going to make sure that every minute you're still alive is pure fucking agony. There won't be a moment's rest for you. There will be no peace. I am going to make sure that you suffer. It's what you deserve. And the best part of all is with my medical training, I'll be sure that you don't die right away. See, honestly, if anything, I could just take a knife right now, cut an artery, and call it a day there. Throw you outside for the dogs to feed on, the stray animals in the neighborhood. They could just have you for a midnight snack. I could do that, but I'm not going to. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve a quick end. You don't deserve to be at peace. Not after what you did. I refuse to give it to you. The things I'm going to do to you. A lot of people would agree, most likely, that it's the not knowing that frightens them the most. It's the suspense of not knowing what's coming next, but knowing something's coming. That's what people are most afraid of. That's why they say that it's not really dying that scares most people. It's what comes after. Because we don't know. Could be a paradise, could be a hellish inferno, or everything could fade to black and that'll be it. We don't know. But see, I don't believe that. I want you to know everything I'm going to do to you. I want you to know beforehand, so I can see the fear in your eyes every time I come here. Every time I pick up a knife or pick up a pair of pliers, I want to see the dread that you feel towards me. 'Cause you're no longer in control. I am. There is no amount of money that can save you from me. There's no buying your way out of this now. You are going to suffer. I'll carve it into your flesh every fucking day you're still alive. As I'm hacking pieces off your body, I'll remind you that you're here because you deserve to be here. And when you're nothing but a mangled pile of flesh left, only then will I end your miserable fucking existence. Only then do you get to die. And who knows? Maybe after all is said and done, I'll send you back to Daddy. Or what's left of you anyways. So maybe, just maybe, that blue blood bastard can understand even remotely everything I felt and been through these past 2 fucking years. Don't look scared now, sweetie. 'Cause I can assure you from here on out, it's only gonna get a lot worse.